All right, hello everyone. This is Jamila Norman. Welcome to UDAYA. And in the studio today we have Jason Anderson, yoga teacher. Decided to bring him in. He's going to join me, and we're going to make a pasta dish with a Caesar salad. So this is all vegan, vegetarian friendly. So we're going to get to it. This is going to be a pasta Puttanesca. So it's going to get its flavor from kamata olives. We're going to have some capers, some rosemary, red onions, a lot of garlic, and we're going to finish that off with some parsley. Sometimes I go a little blind on what do I have on the kitchen. And then we're going to serve that with a Caesar salad. And it's going to be really simple. The flavor is going to come from nutritional yeast, right? So that's going to give us our flavor, some fresh lemon juice, some honey, olive oil, salt, and pepper. All right, so you ready? All right, let's go. Let's get started. This is a really easy one dish meal, So, let's get started. So we got our pan heating up, okay? We got some olive oil. So we're going to get a good bunch of olive oil in this pan. Probably like 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil in the pan. All right, Jason, you ask questions. No, I don't need a measuring stick, I don't, exactly. I just eyeball. And then, when you get comfortable in the kitchen, it gets like that. And then the thing that's going to give us a lot of flavor for this is garlic. So we're going to add, this is about 1/8 of a cup, which is like 2 to 3 tablespoons of garlic, all right? All right, a little bit more, maybe like 4 tablespoons. Yeah, right? Turn that heat up a little bit because I like to hear it sizzle, right? So that's when you know it's the right temperature. Okay, there we go. Garlic's good for everything, right? It's like a cure-all, natural penicillin, really good. All right, yeah, there we go. So we got some garlic in there. And then we're gonna add some red onions. Great for color, and we're just slicing these in, nice rounds. You don't have to chop these. This is like a really rustic dish, so we're just gonna add some red onions in there. You can definitely use, whatever other onions you have, but red is beautiful. It's got a little bit of color. And then the red onions it's a little bit more pungent, so it has a stronger flavor, right? So we're gonna add about a cup, okay. And when you're adding onions and things to your pan, just kind of like step to the side a little bit, because all those onion juices like all up in your eyes, right? Yeah, straight up, okay? Yeah, because for this dish, we want to see all the ingredients when it's done, It's like I said, it's a real rustic dish. You don't have to spend a lot of time chopping. It's really easy, really quick. So you just slice up your onions and get it in there. You just want them to like wilt down in the pan, okay? And another trick you can do when you're sauteing onions and you want them to kind of get going a little bit faster is you sprinkle a little bit of salt over it. That does 2 things. That pulls pulls the water out of the onions, and you're also seasoning as you go along, okay? And when you're pulling the water out, that is what evaporates out, and it concentrates the flavor, and it helps it to just kind of cook down a little bit faster. So, it smell good, Jason? Okay. I know, you can, okay, if they had smell-o-vision. Okay, so that's Himalayan sea salt. Well, actually, it's not a sea salt, okay? It's from the Himalayas, it's in the mountains. It's a really good salt. It has a lot of nutrients in it. You can definitely use a really good sea salt. I like to use Himalayan salt because it's got a lot of trace nutrients that, it's an easy way to get some extra nutrients into your diet. Okay, so we're just gonna keep sauteing these onions, and what I'm doing as well as I'm sauteing is just kind of like break it apart so that the little circles kind of like come out. So you have individual rings, and then they'll kind of break down. All right, so that's good. That's breaking down. Now we add fresh rosemary. I love rosemary, really piney. It's gonna smell amazing. I mean, this is just kind of like the basics of Italian cooking, right? Garlic, rosemary, olive oil, like, your instant Italian chef, pretty much. So that was about like 2 tablespoons of rosemary. And like I said, this is a really easy dish. I make this all the time. I've got children at home. I make it for them. I make it for friends and family. It's a big hit. Okay. Looks good already. Okay, and this is just onions and garlic. All right, can you add about half of the kamata olives? So this is what we're doing next. We're adding kamata olives, black olives. Really, really good. I mean, just has like a really strong, amazing flavor. So we're gonna add half of that, a little bit more. Okay, that's good. All right. Jason's always tasting, you know. Gotta make sure it's good along the way. Right? And then we're gonna add some capers, right? So capers, just another layer of flavor. Really great. So about a couple of tablespoons of capers in that. So this is a really just kind of like savory dish with a lot of different layers of flavor. Really easy. You know what? The capers is just, they have their own flavor, you know, and if you love capers, it's, they've been brined in a little bit of water and salt, so they have like a vinegary flavor. And I can't really describe capers except to say like they have a caper flavor. It's what you would get in a hollandaise sauce. You want to taste that? Yeah, okay. You know, they put it in a hollandaise or whatever. Just really good. Yeah, exactly. It has that pickly flavor, right? Okay, there you go. And now we're gonna add the tomatoes. So that's the base of this dish, and it's pretty much like really simple. And this is canned tomatoes, right? I mean, most of the time, I love to use fresh tomatoes, but when you're trying to do a quick, easy dish, if you get a really good can of organic tomatoes in juice, you don't want to get rid of that juice. It just helps things go faster. You can definitely do this with fresh tomatoes. I mean, we're in Bulgaria. They have amazing tomatoes, you know, good flavor. It'll just make it take a little bit longer, you know? So that's probably the equivalent of 2.5 cups of, you know, canned tomatoes. They're chopped with the liquid, right? And we add all of that together. Just mix it up. Once again, always season with salt and pepper. And we're gonna taste. I like to taste along the way just to make sure the flavors and the balance is right, even though it still needs to simmer. So I'll add some salt. And some fresh black pepper. This is a trio with black pepper. It's got white peppercorns. It's got pink. Just as long as it's fresh, right? Fresh is like way better. Always smells good, tastes good, and you have more of those oils that are in your seasonings. Okay, what do you think? Can you smell that? Smells good. And then Jason's gonna help us make a salad. Okay? All right? Y'all got friends at home, you know, you wanna get things moving, get some help in the kitchen. You don't have to be there by yourself. It's more fun. I mean, you know, we're having fun. Okay, get it going. Okay. So I just want to show you guys something that I do all the time whenever I cook. Like on your fingers, on your hand, like the fatty part of your hand, kind of like right there where your thumb crease is, or kind of like, you know, where your finger meets the palm. It's a little bit fattier right there, so you can kind of take heat. If you put something in the center, you'll burn, so I always just kind of like dab right there and taste. And it's not too hot, right? So I think a little bit more rosemary. So we're gonna add all of that in there. And I'm gonna add a little bit more garlic. I mean, you can't go wrong with garlic, right? And essentially, this is how I cook. You know, I'm not really the kind of person who just like gets a recipe and just follows a recipe, you know. It's like a recipe is a beginning point. It's a starting point, okay? A little bit more salt. And then olive oil. This is a dish that, you know, there are good fats and there are bad fats. Olive oil is definitely a good fat, especially extra virgin, cold press, organic. And this is a dish that definitely uses like a good bunch of olive oil, right? So we're just gonna mix all that in and just cover it and let it simmer. Okay, so right now, like our onions are all, they're all loose in there, but they still have their beautiful color. We got the kamata olives, garlic, caper, so you can see everything in this dish. It's not gonna be like a smooth sauce. It's gonna be very, you know, chunky and meaty, kind of. All right, so let me get the pot cover. We'll cover that and then we'll be on to the salad. Fun time, because I get to take a break. Jason about to be working, okay? Okay, let's go. Let's go. All right, so we're gonna make our salad dressing. Real easy, okay? So we're gonna start off with, we need a little bit of garlic in there, right? In this bowl right here. We're gonna whisk it up, so just look like about a tablespoon of garlic. So just like, you know, a little dab. That's cool, perfect, all right? Okay, and then we're gonna drizzle some, okay, we can add the nutritional yeast. We'll do about a quarter cup, so like 2, go ahead, you go. 1, 2, about 2 more of those. 3, 4. So that was about a quarter cup. I think about, he's got big pinches, okay? Every pinch was about a tablespoon, so that was good. That was perfect. All right, and get some honey. We're gonna drizzle some honey in that bowl. I'll tell you when to stop. We want about a teaspoon of honey. That's good. Okay. Jason gonna clean that up. I know it. Hey. Salt. Sprinkle a little salt in there. There you go. That's good. That's good. And some black pepper in there. And I'm going to be rolling this lemon juice. That's good right there. I'm gonna roll this lemon and then we're gonna cut it and we're gonna squeeze that lemon in there. And the reason I roll the lemon, like, you know, kind of like your lemons are hard, and whenever you wanna use citrus, you wanna roll it, it just kind of helps release the juices and it makes it much easier to squeeze. So we're just gonna, whoa! Be careful. Put some pressure on that. And then cut that. Okay, so I'm gonna squeeze this into the bowl. Just use your hands. I mean, of course, you can use a citrus juicer, but you know, you can't be afraid to use your hands in the kitchen, right? So we're just gonna squeeze this lemon right into your hand. And what that does is you're catching all of the seeds in your hand. And so anything that comes out, we're just gonna catch that. So we're gonna start off, and I'm gonna turn this down because it is simmering. So we're gonna turn it down to about medium, okay? And I can smell that, that smells so good. So we're gonna start off with the juice of half of this lemon. This lemon was pretty big, and then we'll adjust if need be, okay? All right, let me get that. And then the last thing is I'm gonna drizzle the olive oil, and while I'm drizzling it in there, you can whisk, okay? All right, extra virgin olive oil. All right, here we go. Mix it up with the fork. So probably about a quarter cup. You want it kind of semi-creamy, you know. It's not gonna be like liquidy like a vinaigrette. It's gonna be like halfway between a vinaigrette and a creamy dressing, right? Oh my God, that looks so good. All right, let me see. Yeah, that is a really beautiful color. Okay. So, all right, there you go. Let's taste. Oh, that's so good. Oh my God. Okay, a little bit more olive oil. Ooh, that's good. Okay, there's a lot of garlic in this meal, y'all. So, you know, have some mint afterwards, okay? Especially if you're gonna be getting close to somebody. But it's good for you, right? You won't be sick. All right, so that's good. All right, let's go ahead and toss this salad. So let's add the tomatoes. All of them, that should be good. Yep. This is a very simple salad. It's just some romaine lettuce, tomatoes, and we're gonna dress it. We're gonna toss that. Very simple, okay? All right, we'll use that, okay? And then you can take that dressing, drizzle it all over, and then mix it together. All right, so let us add the dressing to that before you toss. Okay, there you go. Good assistant, all right? Awesome. Boom, get all of that. Okay. And just, yeah, toss that up. Really simple salad, okay? Nothing complicated about that. Okay, toss. Good to go. So while Jason is doing that, I'm just gonna check this sauce, which looks amazing. Oh my God. I haven't eaten yet, I'm so hungry. Okay. All right, that looks good. You just want to mix it so that everything gets coated. All right, let's check out this dressing. Let's see what's going on with this sauce. All right, that looks good. All right, we're gonna do a taste right there. Okay, think a little bit more olive oil, black pepper. And then, like I said, we're gonna finish it off with fresh parsley. And then we'll be ready to plate. Love that sound of cracking black pepper, okay? Beautiful. All right. So now we've got some pasta already made. This is spaghetti. And we're just gonna add it to the sauce. Toss it all together, and then we'll be done. You can use bucatini, you can use farfalle. Just use either a flat pasta or something kind of like long and skinny. You don't want to use like penne or anything that has too much space in between, like a rigatoni or anything like that. So you just want a pasta that just has some surface area, okay? So we're gonna use both of these together just to kind of help toss this. Oh my God, this is so pretty. Those red onions had a lot of color, so it's just beautiful. Okay, let's add, last thing, some fresh parsley. And then we're ready to plate. Okay, move that out of the way. Okay, you want to turn off the heat. And this is a pasta dish, like if you're not ready to serve it, don't mix it, okay? Just, you know, you can have your noodles on the side and you can have the sauce ready, and just when you're ready to serve, mix it together, because if you let it just sit in the sauce, then the noodles get soft and then it starts to get dry. So you just toss it right before you're ready to serve. Okay, and we are done. We're gonna plate. All right, okay, this will be for the salad. You can put a big heap in, and we're gonna do this kind of like family style, you know, so we're just gonna kind of like pile all this on here and have it ready for that. How you doing over there? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Ray. It's nice to get help. Doesn't need to be by yourself. Get your friend, you know. And I do this all the time. I'm always like with friends. That's one of the things we love to do together. Get in the kitchen, cook together, you know. It's bonding. Okay. Look at that. How beautiful is that, right? And just get some of this sauce. Drizzle it on top and then finish it with a little bit more olive oil. Okay, that looks really good. Mm-hmm. There we go. And we're done. It's pasta puttanesca with a Caesar salad.